It's here. It's here. Today, we have the first stuff to come out for Search for Squarepants. Baby, I cannot wait. If you guys don't know, the brand new movie Search for Squarepants is going to be coming very soon. The first pieces of merch are finally starting to hit shelves. You guys saw me recently open up the Dutchman ship, but that was just one of the products that have been coming out for this movie. We are going to be trying to review and pick up just about every item that comes out for this movie. So we can, 1, add it to the collection, 2, review it so you guys can know if it's something you should pick up, or you can just vicariously see me, experience it. And some other third thing, but this is some of it. So right now, if you go on Amazon, there is a full page promoting the Search for Squarepants movie and also promoting all the products that are already available. I picked up every Search for Squarepants item that is there so far. Undoubtedly, there is going to be more and more that drops as time goes. Of course, I'll keep you updated. But I also picked up some stuff that I didn't already have in my collection because there was some brand new stuff that they've added on there that doesn't quite have the branding for that yet, but still is new and seemingly released coinciding the film. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. I have my keys here to open this up. I have so many knives, but I always forget to bring them back in here. I'm gonna get one of those little retractable, lanyard things they have to like get into the I guess regular jobs maybe, or like office buildings, and just keep that attached to the table so I don't lose my knife. But let's do this. So our first items out of here came in this premium box within the box, and that is the plushes. These are the first plushes to come out for the Search for Squarepants movie. In fact, one of these characters, it's only their second plush to ever exist, period. So let's take a look. It is using their new model. So first off here, we have Patrick Star, and he looks fantastic. He's got his shipmate style shirt. He gives me like very much like Mr. Shmee vibes from the Captain Hook. He's got a hook on his head, which is something that kind of is like I noticed is a theme in the movie a little bit, because there's also this lobster character that also has like a hook as his head too, but you will notice a slight difference in the branding. So we'll pop up on screen a generic like Five Below pineapple era product. This is the branding that we've had for SpongeBob products since, man, I think this is the longest lasting era we've had. I think we've had this since like maybe 2011, 2012. But this is the first significant change to that. You will see they have this dark sea blue that is featured in the background here above the original style. So it's still incorporated there, but it's a lesser piece to the main dark blue sea style color that you see with the Search for Squarepants. And you might also notice that the character is glowing there because all of these plushies glow in the dark, which I don't even think there's really any regular SpongeBob plush. You're talking to a guy who owns hundreds. I can't think of a lot of SpongeBob plushies that glow in the dark in general. There's figures, yes. Clothes, yes. Home accessories, yes. But not plushies. And you saw the same style of dark blue with the original colored look on the Dutchman ship as well. But all I can say is I love these. You got the little hook on his head so you can hang him up like that if you want to. And we will check out the glow on these as well. So that is the Patrick one. This whole set of plushies here was $25. I think you're gonna see them at like Walmart and Target around like $8 to $9. Next up here we have Squidward with his beautiful hair. Oh my goodness. And he's got this little bow to tie up his hair too. Very it's very like I don't know, like I guess colonial era-esque, with the pirate themes too, but definitely with like the way his hair design is really cool. And of course this is going to be a wig of some kind, but this is actually accurate to Squidward's real hair color, as we have seen his hair color quite a few times. You can even still see some of his spots on top of his head there too. We'll go ahead and fix his hair real quick there. As you get older, you start to style your hair more forward to avoid, seeing the ooh. So we have that one there. And then we've got the SpongeBob one. Of course, I'm saving the best for last. You know what I'm saying. That's why I'm talking like this. I'm trying to hint at that too. Look at how freaking stupidly cute he is. This is so awesome. Like, I love this. This has got to be one of my favorite SpongeBob plushies ever. I'm not saying the quality on this plush is like, you know, insane. It's definitely no like U2s or like, you know, $30 Kid Robot style plush. You can see that the outfit is kind of printed on there, but look at the layers to his outfit. You have the full leather jacket, his tie, or like a scarf actually. I think if we do get a really high quality one of this, it's gonna look amazing. I would love to see a high quality with all his clothes like made individually on the plush. But then on top you've got his pirate's hat that also has a fish head inside of it, which this outfit for SpongeBob is quite iconic. This is not something that is new for the Search for Squarepants movie. As early as the 2000s, you could see SpongeBob in a very similar outfit for this in a lot of merchandise. But the fish head in the hat is actually new, so very cool. I'm interested to see how that one glows. And then, like I said, the second ever Dutchman plush. I have the other one right over here. I'm looking at him. I cannot wait for the Dutchman merch for this movie. I am gonna make sure I get at least every single one of these, and that is the Dutchman plush himself, and my goodness, he looks amazing. Here's the back side of him right there too, and I have a feeling he is going to glow the best of them all. So let's go ahead and turn on our black light here. We're gonna dim the lights. Bertram, our studio assistant, please turn off the lights. All right, so let's see. We have Dutchman. Let's just start with the one we started with. Start with Patrick. So we have Patrick here. It's not 100% dark in here, so hopefully we can still get the glow to come out good here. But let's just try our best to just make it stand out as much as we can. Hey, that's pretty freaking cool. So we got the Patrick there. You can see the eye glows really substantially, and then the white of the outfit, which is kind of what they showed on that card there too. So there we go. That's a little bit better there too. You see Patrick glowing it up. This is so sweet. Just a nice little touch because you can actually walk around the cavern in here and look around and see some items that glow in the dark, and you wouldn't really like, some of them I almost forget they glow in the dark, and then when I come in here with the black light, I'm like, oh yeah, that glows in the dark. So this is gonna be one of those items. Let's check out Squidward here. He doesn't really have any glow on him right now, so you'll be able to see the difference a little bit better. All right, so let's get its eyes here. I'm assuming the white of his shirt is gonna be what glows here. So we're glowing him up, and yeah, there we go. You can see the whites of the eyes, and then also the shirt itself is what glows the most substantially. So cool, because they are going to be going to the underworld. So I think that's why the dark theme for the products is such a fitting one. Let's see Spongy Bobby himself here now. Ah, I love it. He has such a cute look. Even his teeth glow in the dark. I love that so much. They did a perfect job by making his teeth glow. That would have been such a missed opportunity. That is the best one. You can kind of just see him smiling in the dark. I love it. All right, and then last we have the Dutchman. So let's try to get the Dutchman glowing here. Let me get the little piece behind here. You can kind of see him glowing already here, but let's go ahead and get him really, really lit up. Oh my goodness. That one's actually kind of scary. Oh my goodness. You can see the glow starting to fade, but I think because they put a layer of that glow, my teeth look fantastic. But they put a layer of the glow over the blacks of his eyes, the pupils, I guess you could say, and that makes him look so much more scary. It's almost like in that scene where he pulls his eyes behind his head and you can just see the whites of his eye. Oh yeah, that is epic. 10 out of 10 on these plushies for the price tag. Are they the highest quality? Are they perfect? No, but for 25 bucks to get all 4 of them, definitely worth the money. 10 out of 10. Okay, so the next item is coming up now. Also, shout out to our special guest. We have fresh out the boxing ring after his exposition match with Flats the Flounder. We have Patrick Star. The headgear only helps so much. Give him a second. All right, so our next product out was this, and I had not seen this before. I do not have it in the collection, so I wanted to pick it up. This was on sale under this new promotion. It is the Flip Spin Flip. You can see it's got this weird SpongeBob design on the inside, but it's like this weird ringed like fidget toy. Let's go ahead and pop it open and take a look. To be honest, I thought it was gonna be made out of like a metal material, but it's actually like a plastic. So not that bad, but I'm not really sure what you do with this. Like, what is the purpose? So let's go ahead and just spread it out here. I mean, I guess it's kind of satisfying. I think it's supposed to be like a fidget toy, if you will. So let's see though. So it's like this. Oh, and you can spin it too. Actually, that's actually kind of crazy. It's like maybe this is for a different age group. Like for me, this is cool, but like I'm getting all of like 5 minutes of entertainment from this, and then I'm like probably gonna put this down and never touch it again. So I don't know. I would say if you're somebody who likes to fidget, maybe this isn't that bad. Like it's kind of cool. But if you are not that person, then there's probably not a lot of use case for this. It's not super cute necessarily. It's not the most displayable thing ever really either. It really doesn't even stand up by itself. So I would go ahead and say for a fidgeter exclusive, I would say maybe it's worth it. I think at the $10 I paid for it, kind of cool. But if you were to pay $20, which is what it retailed for, that's a hard sell to me. I'm gonna go ahead and give this guy a 6 out of 10 good noodle stars. It could be better. I still like the idea. And the fact you use SpongeBob, you get the points from me, Spin Flips. Okay, next up here, again, one of the first SpongeBob products for the new Search for Squarepants. This is a coloring book. So I don't know if it's gonna have spoilers to the actual movie itself, but it does have stickers and a lot of other stuff too. So let's just look through some of the pages and take a look at it together. Okay, so this is the official activity book here. You can see they're swimming along this like Dutchman green slime. You got the pages here, and man, the renders for the new SpongeBob character look fantastic. You can see that design over here as well too. And I swear this design has been utilized in the past, but has been re-updated. Look in the background here. You can see some of the creatures, the creepy creatures of the deep or the underworld here. And I'm not quite sure, like, is the underworld a complete different dimension, or is it going to be kind of like a deep sea kind of vibe where it's like so deep that like only those that have already been unalived can survive there? On this page, we got a little maze here. Ryan, give us a visual overlay of the maze completed, if you could do it. Oh, you think you're smart, huh? I could have figured it out within a few days. Then over here we have the message in a bottle here. What is this? Let's see what this says. Usually, I mean, you just need like 3 letters of each and you can figure it out. Okay, so there's S, P, O, N, G, E. A sponge's life is, so there's L, this is L, I think. That's gotta be life, and then for me. I mean, it could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a sponge's life for me. That's so cute, I love it. We have Super Swashbucker. Draw yourself as a swashbucker. Draw a line will lead SpongeBob to the island. So, you know, just a bunch of little, like, you know, younger kid activities here, but I'm mostly here for the images itself and any little, like, you know, nods to what might be happening in the movie here. Just these shots right here, though, I love so much. These are like poster worthy. The Krusty crew here even doesn't have SpongeBob there. Patrick doesn't even work there. That's also who we did not get. We did not get a Mr. Krabs plushie. We got Squiddy. We get our first shot of the Dutchman in the book here, as well as this new character that seems to be a part of the Dutchman's crew. He is a brand new character for the Search for Squarepants movie. We have never seen him before as far as I can recall or remember. So interesting for sure. And then we got a huge page here of a bunch of stickers. And I think here, man, we're getting a lot of characters again that we have never seen before. So one being this whole crew right here, this whole crew of characters. As of the release of this video, we do not know the names of them, how they apply to the movie or anything like that, but very, very cool. Seems like they'd be fun to hang out with. They don't look like they smell great, but they look like they would, you know, you wouldn't have a forgettable night, that's for sure. Then we have these like angelfish or like some kind of, look at these long leg fish that are over here. I don't know what they are. They kind of remind me of the cantina scene from Star Wars, like as like these little fish musicians. We have this guy here. We kind of see, because you like Schmitty Man Werbenhin Jensen vibes, you know, like the pirate scene where they're fighting Mr. Krabs in the graveyard. Then we got the whole crew right there. Is there any other new characters on here? I think that's actually it as far as our new characters. We got Dutchman saying walk the plank. We have the Dutchman ship, another ship that we don't actually know, but if you look at the setup of the ship, it's actually very similar to the Dutchman ship. Like, look at the anchor placement. It doesn't have the same amount of sails, but I wonder if that's like the Dutchman ship before it became like you know, a pirate, like a ghostly pirate ship. And then we have Mr. Krabs' ship that he actually is going to go into the underworld. We did see that in the trailer. Oh, that needs to be a shirt design. Born to be square. Oh, now these are getting good. The images, my goodness, this is so sick. The Dutchman ship looks so awesome. Like, man, I could not have thought that was going to get better and better. Like, this Dutchman ship, like the graphics and the way that the CGI pulls things off. Like, how much better can it get besides just being like a real thing? And I think we just found this character's name, which we did not know as of yet. And it says find Barb. How many times can you find Barb in the puzzle? Look down, forward, and backwards. So you have all of his different name placements in this. So I think that's his name right there is Barb, which is a cool little early look. Typically, I wouldn't dive this deep into like a coloring book because it's before the movie comes out. We get a little like sneak peek into some aspects of the film possibly. And then to finish it up here, you have this awesome group shot here that looks like one of those photos you get like when you go to an amusement park and they're like, oh yeah, please get here, you take a photo, your family. And like, you know, they like try to convince you to take a photo. And like at first you almost think maybe it's free, but then you remind yourself this is America and you're like, oh no, I gotta pay for this. And then they print it out and this is you after you bought the photo and you're like, now I got to email it to all of these guys and they're not going to pay for it. I'm the only one that paid for it. And then they edit a background there too. But that is actually it. And there's also some other books too that we may have in store here. So that's the end of this though so far. So the next one up is a smaller item they just released. So these have been in my collection for a while. You can see this one's actually from 2023. Shout out to Dawn and Taylor. But we have the itty bitty SpongeBob here. This is from Hallmark. Hallmark does these little tiny like bag plushies. There's a little bit of beans on the bottom here. I'm assuming they're pinto, not black-eyed. But they go on the bottom and they sit there and they have this really cute cozy look to them. So I've been collecting them for a while. We have SpongeBob there, we have Patrick, and then this was released in 2024. We have Sandy, but so far I don't know if there's a Squidward one. I'm assuming there probably is if there's a Sandy one, but I did not have this one, and this is Mr. Krabs. So now we have the Mr. Krabs itty bitty as well too to add to the collection. So all of these should sit on my bookshelf over here because they, like I said, they have that cozy kind of just like lay back, relax, maybe grab a little book and just kind of dive into that story kind of vibe to them. So I got the Mr. Krabs one here. This was on sale during this promotion for only $8. And then next up here, we got this you are not gonna believe how much these were on sale for. I ordered my first set. They were only $6. $6.89 for what you are about to see here. When you see it, you're gonna be like, wow, that's like almost $1.50 each. But then after I order my first, Amazon has what's called a demand pricing system. So if somebody buys it and it's really low, they'll raise the price a little bit. And then if more people buy it, they'll raise it a little more. Then if nobody buys it, they'll bring it down a little bit. So I ordered the first set, it was only $6. But then I wanted to order another because I was like, oh, I'm gonna give these away to you guys. If they're that freaking, you know, affordable, I would love somebody else to be able to add these to their collection for a great deal like that. So I ordered another and that was $10, but it's okay. So we'll be giving these away as well too, but let me show you what it is actually. So you guys know me, anybody who's been watching this channel for a long period of time, you will find me with these Coca-Cola cans. I'm always drinking Coke Zero over here. These are actual can inspired designs based off of iconic Bikini Bottom drinks. So again, all of these were only $6, and yes, that is incredible. This is only $6, man. So let's pop this open here, and you have multiple different designs. I will be opening up my set because I will be keeping it in my house. But first off here, we have this awesome glass jar, and it's designed to look like a soda can almost. Like, I mean, that's pretty on spot. I would say if you pour this in here, it's probably gonna end right there. So you have the exact amount of a can of soda or Coke. So that is perfect for me. So we have the kelp juice one. Next up here, we have probably one of the most iconic. We have Dr. Kelp, not Diet Dr. Kelp, just regular kelp.
My Diet Dr. Kelp? Don't tell me you forgot my drink!
Regular Dr. Kelp, another jar there. And these are two already. Nice jars, $6. And then we have the kelp soda one here, which actually, I don't know if the kelp soda is something that's brought up often in the show. We'll have to find a clip. I know the kelp shake is.
Maybe get a kelp soda later.
Kelp juice is, but kelp soda, that I'm not 100% sure about. But nonetheless, we got the kelp soda. And then this is a Krusty Krab exclusive. We have the Krabby Cola. So this is probably the one I'm gonna use the most because it fits my drink. But these were $20.25. made by the Silver Buffalo Company. They have like the logo and branding stuff imprinted in the bottom here, which is nice. You don't have to worry about that. You guys know that sticker that they put on the bottom of cups sometimes, and like you forget it's there, then you use it for a while, you wash it with that sticker there, and then like a year later you have this disgusting putrid scab of a band-aid that's just gone through so much that you have to try to remove, and it's so hard to. You can tell this is an issue for me. So nice they did that. But bam, there we go. We got 6 of these awesome cups for only $6. Like I said, that's literally $1.50 each on these. And these are brand spanking new and add so much fun to your kitchen. So 10 out of 10 for the price that I paid for them. So the next one is one of the items I was the most excited for. Literally, I almost bought 2 of these because I was so pumped. This is one of the limited edition. It might be exclusive to only Amazon, but this is the Teeturtle. If you guys don't know what a Teeturtle is, it is these adorable plushies that this company sells, and they're actually reversible. We featured a few of them here on the channel before. We've even featured the mystery ones before, where you get a random character, but this is SpongeBob in the Cuddly Crab outfit from the episode where Pearl takes over the Krusty Krab.
The Cuddly Crab!
One of the cutest outfits that SpongeBob ever had. I love this one so much. In fact, in the video game Cosmic Shake, you can actually play in this skin, and it's one of my favorites to pick. And I believe this is our first merchandise ever with SpongeBob in this outfit outside of like t-shirts and stuff. Not only is it the first ever SpongeBob, it's also the first ever Squidward. Squidward in the Cuddly Crab outfit too. I love SpongeBob. He's my main guy, of course, but in this particular plush, I am going to be displaying the Squidward side of it. That one is so freaking funny. I love it so much. I might, if they're on sale, I might even consider getting another one just for the SpongeBob one. But this brand is truly brilliant. Like they're doing a lot of characters that really don't get a ton of merch. Like we got the fish up here, you can see that are the Cosmo and Wanda. But what's something is really smart about their design is like, it's technically one plush, but like I wouldn't be surprised if they have a lot of customers that buy 2 just because the fact that it's so cool to be able to display both of them. And I think they should bleed into that a little bit more. Sometimes they have them where it's like the character's making a slightly different expression, so it's not that notable of a difference. But I think if they made a serious difference between both the inside and outside design, you would get a lot of customers that buy 2 of the same one just because of the fact that it's like that. So very cool. We have the Cuddly Crab Squidward, 10 out of 10. Okay, next up here, this is an exclusive plushie for SpongeBob. This was for the 25th anniversary. This one was on sale during this promotion for $15 and is this awesome 25th anniversary celebration glitter SpongeBob. And I don't know why this is so weird to me, but on the back of it here, it says 100% new stuffing. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I guess it's a bad thing because they're not recycling, but at the same time, I've never ever in my life ever seen that mid-marketed. Like, oh yeah, this is all new stuffing. I guess I just kind of always assumed when I got a plushie that it was new stuffing. But now it kind of makes me question every plushie I've gotten since this one if it's new stuffing. But this one I got because it feels like the plush for the 25th anniversary. It's very celebratory. He's got the awesome glitter going on his shirt, his belt, his pants, and then he even has a little bow tie here. It looks like SpongeBob's kind of arriving for the event of his 25th anniversary. And we don't get a lot of boxed plushies like this very often either. Usually they are kind of loose plushies like this, just a tag on them. So I do love the quality and when they add these boxed plushies because it does have that option to have it displayed. So for example, this one I am not going to open up like I did many items in this video just because I think it looks so good like this in its box. And I know some people aren't a big fan when they make the edges for SpongeBob like this, where they're kind of like these crimped edges to give it the square shape. And I'm not the biggest fan of that either, but I feel like on this one it's not as noticeable because of the glitter maybe. But you can see they did that on this plushie too. They all kind of have that to a point, but some plushies, you know, like this one we featured earlier, it's a little bit less noticeable, you know? These two definitely have a more noticeable ridge. So for that, I can't give it a 10, but I am gonna give it a 8.5 as well. And I do think it is one of the coolest plushies to represent the 25th anniversary. And for $15, not a bad deal at all. Okay, and our last item here, we have our last book, which is the Search for Squarepants, the Little golden book. Now this is like as classic as it gets to childhood books for me. Many of the kids my parents read to me growing up, and the ones I had in my closet were these little golden books, so it's so satisfying seeing some of my favorite things kind of represented in these golden books. Because as a kid, I only really had Disney ones. I didn't even know there was like other ones out there. Growing up now and collecting, I see there was SpongeBob ones, there was Powerpuff Girls, other stuff like that, but I just did not know. So this book follows the story of the movie. So for that reason, I think the other book was loose enough to where we could dive into it. This book kind of goes through like the whole movie. So I'm not even gonna look into this quite yet, nor am I gonna share it with you guys, because if you wanted a spoiler for the movie, this book was available maybe 2 weeks ago. So you could have known the synopsis of the movie about a month and a half ago, which is crazy. So glad to add this to my SpongeBob book collection. I have all of those books you can see on the back right there, as well as many other ones. So this is another addition to that collection that I'm proud to add to our bookshelf. These two are both brand new books to add to our book collection, which is getting rarer and rarer because we often find duplicates, you know, because we have most of the books, but these are brand new ones, so easy adds to the collection. But on that note, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and if you guys want to support the show further, the best way to do that is by considering becoming a member here on YouTube or our Patreon. You can sign up for as little as $2 or $3 a month, literally cheaper than the cost of a cup of coffee at most establishments, and you get to help a small business continue to grow and make content for free for all of you beautiful people. You give us a little bit of freedom and some weight off of my shoulders from the YouTube gods pressing down on us always. All of our YouTube members and Patreon members, you quite literally are giving me freedom, so thank you so much. I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. If you'd like to become a part of that, that information is down below. You can hit the join button here on YouTube or also by Patreon, and you also get access to content that is not available anywhere else. As well, on Patreon you get extended versions of every single video, early release, ad free, but the biggest perk of all is you get to help this show. So take a look at that down below. And if you want to support the show by checking out our Whatnot stream, you could win some of these cups that we featured here for free. Almost every video I'm showing you guys stuff that I give away, no questions asked, no shipping paid, every single cent you keep to yourself, and it is 100% free. All you have to do is be over there on Whatnot. Again, you can sign up right now using my link, and they give you $15 for free if you do want to buy something. But if you don't want to pick up anything, you can enter the giveaways by just being there. And we do anywhere from 10 to 15 giveaways in a single week now. So if you are interested, make sure you're there and you don't miss out on it. And if you get there quick, you might even get a chance to win these cups here. But on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before we go anywhere, you know the drill. Scan it! Alright, so on that note, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in this video right here. Again, Patreon, Whatnot, YouTube, eBay, all that good stuff is down below. Go take a look. But I'll see you over here, and as always, I'll see you for sure in the next one. Adios and bloop!